Okay, this is from Manalis and we are here to give a project and we are here. So I'd like to know about the initiative and what are the future target for this to expand to the more community. Can you tell about a little bit about your project, please?
Yes, sure. My name is Laylo Atakhodjaeva. I'm from RTZW Waste. I'm the founder and the president of the organization. We started the project in 2017 in December. Now, by the grace of Allah, we have 5 community fridges that feed homeless or disabled or people who are in need in the community. We have launched them in 5 places of GTA. This is the 5th project that we're having, and Shabib Hassan is the co-founder of the organization. And we have Najib Pardeshi, who is going to be the supervisor of our brand new fridge of Dixie Blower. And we have already launched in Mississauga one fridge, which is in Dundas area, Dundas West. And we have here overlooking manager of our all projects, and also she is the board of members of our organization and the husband along with her. So we wanted to reduce the food waste and also give back to the community what is already there in surplus. So we have $31 billion worth of food has been wasted in Canada. And we wanted to do something about it. And we decided to run community fridges, which are already very popular in other parts of the world, and feed the communities around with already nutritious surplus food that is there. And that's going great, and we're very excited. We're opening the 5th fridge, and we have 90 plus volunteers who are working together to make this project happen. And we're trying to make it nationally, hopefully. And a few more words if you want to say.
Can you explain about around annually how many people are getting benefit from this project?
Annually, thus far, I would say about 200-300 families. I would say pretty easily, considering all 5 fridges. The one in Parkdale and Mississauga are heavily used. So those are the numbers that I believe that we're helping out.
Regularly registered, or they just come on the time and whatever the time they want?
That's one of the ideas behind this concept, is that we keep it anonymous. A lot of times at food banks and things of that sort, you have to register, and some people aren't that inclined to put their names down. So this is an anonymous venture that anybody could come and take food without taking any notification.
What are the timings for this to get the food? Any specific timings are there, or all the time the food is available? Can you explain it, please?
Yes, so this fridge is open 24 hours and people can walk in anytime and open the door and take the food for free. So there's no time limit as such. The fridges are always open. They are kept outdoors, easily accessible as well. So alhamdulillah, it's a blessing for people whoever needs food, even in the late night, whenever there's snowfall as well. So this is a great means to get food for whoever needs it.
So the food is always available there, so anybody, anytime can come and pick the food?
So we have a daily schedule, as in we pick up food from various food chains and we drop it off at these fridges. So that's done on a daily basis. So food availability is there on every day. So anyone who needs it can pick it up.
There is no specific time, anybody can come anytime and pick the food?
Exactly.
Okay. So is there any limitation in getting the food, any quantity wise, or how much you allow the people to take the food from you?
So there's no limit in terms of quantity of anyone taking the food. So we don't keep an eye on it much. So it's anyone who can take it for as much quantity as they want.
We also say that take what you need and leave the rest for the other people to benefit. Yes, so we do have those signs on our fridges as well. They have to take only what they need and leave the rest for others.
Okay, great. So what is your future project target now? To expand this project to the more community members?
Like Laylo explained that we first launched our pilot project, and we did one fridge. We never thought in the time of 2 years this will be the 5th fridge, and with the help of God, we have big plans to go nationally and then globally, inshallah.
Thank you. My name is Nazir Sange. I am the husband of Farah Sange. It's a pleasure to be a part of it, this program. it's a blessing to for everyone who is having this initiative to give their time. This is a volunteer work, totally volunteer-based business work, and feeding the poor and the needy. It's only a request to everybody: take what you want, leave the rest for the other people to take it. Thank you.
So the last question would be that how many
Zakia?
volunteers are registered with you and to work on this project?
We have now 90 plus volunteers, and we have very active volunteers as well. One of the most active volunteers are Sister Zakia, as you can see. She's been here with us from the beginning of the project, and she could say a few words.
Yeah, Zakia, how you started this project, please? So how it came to you?
I just found out through other people that somebody joined me in the group called Road to Zero Waste, and I was always a very big recycler, and I thought that was the main thing of this group. But then I found out that they recycle food and clothes. So we first started giving clothes to the poor on shelters, and then we moved into the food. And Alhamdulillah, it's just amazing that because I don't like cooking too much, and I don't have to cook, and I still can feed the poor, which is a very big part of the Islamic faith. That you feed the poor and you get a lot of reward, and so I don't have to cook the food, and still the poor are getting fed by it. Alhamdulillah, it's one of the biggest.
What is the schedule of the volunteers to come over here to help?
What
how many
is-
hours normally the volunteers give a space here?
Oh, as much as you can. It's like there's no limit, but yeah, of course.
Normally, how much time they spend here?
Oh, in a fridge, yeah, like.
a project, the volunteers are regular.
You can pick as much as you want. I pick one day when I go and pick up the food from the restaurant. But if there is a need, we are always available. We have a WhatsApp group, and people put it up that I can go today. So can you go? And we help each others out. So whoever is available can go. And if you're not and you're busy, there's always other people who take your spot. So it's.
How many restaurants are registered to this project? Who are working, helping you to get
I think Laylo would know.
Well, we have a lot of restaurants, food chains that are coming along. Continental Buffet, the owner of Continental Buffet, Brother Ali is here as well. So Continental Buffet, and we have a lot of food, food chains which are coming from Second Harvest Food Rescue Team. There are Starbucks, and we have all kinds of food chains, a little bit more. Yeah.
We have Longo's out of Richmond Hill, Vaughan area. We have Ambrosio as well. It's a family-owned grocery store.
Starbucks, one location in Mississauga.
And we have two Starbucks locations that are dedicated to donating to us.
the last question: how you maintain the quality of the food? Quality control.
Okay, the quality control is done by our volunteers primarily. Every day someone will come and drop off the food. At that time, the food is monitored and audited, and anything that needs to be discarded is purged out of the fridge. In addition to that, we have initiatives where we have cameras, so we see that who really is coming in and out, although it is anonymously, and we also write the dates when the food is being placed into the fridge, and so that we know if it's been for longer than 2 to 3 days, we remove it from the fridge.
Okay, so the time frame is around 2 to 2 days. Or
2 days is where we keep it. After that, we pull it out. Yeah, for cooked food.
It disappears within 2 hours.
Yes.
2 days is too long.
So normally the temperature is monitored of the food. So you
Yes,
have
that's right.
devices to monitor the monitor. Of
Yes, we have thermometers in our fridges. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. It's a good, excellent initiative you have started, and we hope that more community will get benefit from this excellent project. And this is Prem from Nana News. Thank you very much. See you.
Have to hold you.
We are here with
Initiative?
Yeah, the partners.
So, thankfully, we've had a lot of good fortune with individuals that we've approached to deploy our fridge and to procure our fridge. We've in different areas, like in Parkdale and in Rexdale, we have Alibaba Middle Eastern Cuisine. At Mississauga, we have Almanora Grocery Store. And thankfully, the new location here at Dixie and Bloor, we have IC Food World, and sort of mentioned at Guelph as well, we have Onward Willow. But here at Dixie and Bloor, we have IC Food World. Mr. Dushi, he was kind enough to allow us to keep our fridge over here and have it open so that it feeds the community. And that's how the initial engagement started. We approached Dushi, and he was so kind to lend us the spot.
Yeah, so Road to Zero Waste, approached IC Food World. We were happy to partner with them. Food waste has been a big issue for us this year and last year, and this is one way for us to accomplish a goal to reduce as much as possible, even within our stores and even within the rest of the businesses in the plaza. And secondary, this feeds a need in our community. We know, having been here for the last 2.5 years, who our customers are and what they kind of need. Our purpose at IC Food World is to feed the Glen Forest community, and this is definitely going to help us achieve that goal.
So I would like to mention one thing. Dushi was kind enough to help us with the electricity bills. In Rexdale area, we have to pay electricity bills, but in other locations, the people, landlords, and people who helped us to put our fridges outside, they don't charge for electricity bills. But we plugged in our fridge and IC Food World's electricity outlet, and he's been kind enough to help us with that as well.
What are the challenges you have in this project now? Any problems, any difficulties you are facing? So how you the problems and the issues with this project?
So far, we didn't have that many problems because it's such a nice initiative, very noble cause where we get to reduce food waste and also help underprivileged population here. People were more than happy to volunteer their time, and right now we'll have 90 plus volunteers who are helping us run the project, pick up and drop of food, and also help us spread the word and maintain the fridge and raise money for the fridge. So it's been going great. Yeah, and we thank Dushi specifically today that he allowed us use his outside location, and also electricity bills were covered by him.
I know Road to Zero Waste has launched multiple locations, and I'm confident that they'll do the same thing here, and we'll have a successful launch. I mean, as you can see by the people that are here today, the community wants us here. The community needs us here, and people asking about it since we've had it up now for a couple of weeks and no food yet. So I think and there's a key word here. It's a community fridge, and if the community wants us here, they'll continue to make sure that we're going to be successful.
That's great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. This is Frank from Nana News. It's a good initiative with the Road to Zero Waste. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Hope you will expand your project. Thank you very much.